Hey everybody, and the very minute I go live, my nose starts to itch. Wouldn't you just know it? Hope everybody's doing really good, and what we're going to do in just a second is I'm going to pop on over to the chat and say hi to everybody, and then we are going to talk about the Mavic Air and some issues that I'm sure you guys have seen. I'm going to talk about some DJI rumors in a little bit, and of course we're going to talk about that person that flew in Nevada near the airport that I'm sure you have all seen. So let's pop on over to see what y'all are saying in the chat. Uh-oh, it broke. Better fix that. Da 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 da. And here we go, fixing stuff. Where the heck is it? Uh-oh. Where is it? That's a super... Oh, there it is. Okay. Give me a second. Just give me a second. See? Look, it's all okay. Look at that. Hey, Owen's here. So who? I know, let's see. Brian was here. He said first a while ago. Stan is going to be here later. Josh is here. Craig is here. Everybody, say hi to everybody. It's really nice to see you all. And Owen put out a video today. It looked really good. He did. It was around my house. Joshua did a video, and he was talking to me just before the live stream started. And I remember seeing it, but I've got to go watch it again. And we will talk. Oh, look, there's Stan. He says, I'm here now. Hi, Stan. And Stan is the reason for most of these topics because, well, Stan's a patron on Patreon. And if you want to see a link, it's way over here. And you can be a patron also. And he gave me a lot of ideas on stuff to talk about today. And I think we've got most of them covered. He gave me a lot of ideas. But I think I'm going to just have to chill out just a little bit. First, I do want to talk about, and this is something that one of the things again that Stan gave me, that there are so many things I wanted to say about this. I actually thought about doing a joke about something different, but what I want to talk about today is how the Mavic Air acts like it's a human. Do you know how the Mavic Air acts like it's a human? Well, let's go ahead. I'm going to pop this audio on so you can hear this. You can hear an echo from me, and then I'm going to turn the echo off and watch the video.
Still, vibration like crazy. There is something wrong with this drone.
So how does the Mavic Air, how is it like human? Hey, Craig, and how are you? It shakes when it's cold. When you go out in the cold, don't you start shaking? And that's what happens. Yes, it gets cold, and they have problems shaking. Those two were videos from, I said in the bottom, Big Ball Vlog, and then 51 Drones. Subscribe to them. I've got links up there in the, over here, wherever it's at, the cards. And I also have links in the description below to their channels. So check them out. A lot of you probably watch 51 Drones. I really like them. So I think it's funny because right now, and the guy, 51 Drones, no, not 51 Drones, the other guy, the Big Ball Vlogs, I believe he's thinking about dumping his Mavic. He says his Air, he says he's just going to get rid of it because he doesn't like the little issues he's having with it, and he likes the Mavic Pro better. He says it's more like a Spark Pro, but... You know, I kind of knew that. I thought everybody knew that the Mavic Air wasn't the next Mavic. It was a step down from the Mavic Pro. It's the Mavic Air, and then you have the Spark is below that. So I don't know. I guess he was a little bit shocked about that, but it does have some really good, like Nth Degree, he says it does have some really good AI, which I like. That, and I know that'll probably come out with the Mavic Pro 2, which is something we'll talk about a little bit later, but we're going to first talk about the Vegas guy. Good episode. Let's see. What are you guys talking about? Yeah, he says he's going to send it back and he's not going to buy another one. Exactly. And that's what I thought about buying the Mavic Air, but I'm not really... It doesn't fit a need for me. I mean, it's cool. I'd probably enjoy flying it around, but I don't like the 15-minute battery or maybe 20 minutes on a good day. And I just, it's small. I like that. I like a lot of the stuff it has, but it's too loud. It's also loud, like like really loud. From everything I've heard, it's loud. Yeah, and DJI is still doing the Mavic Pro quite a bit online. However, let's go ahead and talk about the Mavic Pro because I've heard some rumors. I heard rumors in the rumor mill, and we'll talk about the other guy later. So the rumors are that the Mavic Pro 2 might be coming out in March. This is a might, this is rumors, this is stuff that I have not substantiated, but the Mavic Pro 2 should be coming out March. I would give it no later than April. And it's supposed to have a 1-inch sensor on the camera, and that would be wonderful because that's one thing that obviously the old Mavic didn't have, the Mavic Air doesn't have, and that really kind of puts the pressure on Autel to put that 1-inch sensor on the Evo, which I really hope they do. And if they do, it's just going to make it much more difficult for them to compete. Or if they don't, if Autel does not put that 1-inch sensor on their Evo, it's going to be very difficult for them to compete with a Mavic Pro 2, which is the market they're going after. They have got to do something because it's very, very difficult. Hey, Matt. Oops, Matt, you screwed up. Oh, good. Brian's here. Nth Degree's here. Stan's here. Owen's here. Steve's, no, I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all for getting rid of the Air because it wasn't what he expected, which is too bad. I'm sorry. It's exactly what I expected. It had a little bit more features than the Air. The Air had more features than I expected, but it's not better than the Mavic Pro, which is what I expected. And the Mavic Pro 2 should be coming up. Hey, Matt Variable, how you doing? Because now you can be my moderator, you and Brian. And Brian is here. So, wow, we got a heck of a showing. How many people do we have? Where's my number? 15 viewers. 16 viewers. Awesome. Welcome to everybody. Enjoy the comments over here. Y'all enjoy it. We're going to talk about, what else we can talk about? We'll talk about the guy in Vegas a little bit later. Let's talk about the DJI Mavic Pro 2 that's going to have the OcuSync. The Mavics have the OcuSync. I mean, the Mavics were never, or the Mavic Air was never meant to be a successor to the Mavic Pro. It never was. It's meant to fit in somewhere else. So that's kind of where it goes. It's like, what did you expect? But anyway, I mean, that's why I didn't get one. The Evo, if the Evo does put a 1-inch sensor on it, I'm going to probably think about going that way. If the Mavic Pro 2 has one and the Evo doesn't, I'll probably get a Mavic Pro 2. However, that means I won't have money for my P5, which will probably be out sometime summer or fall at the latest, I hope. So, what else? See, you guys got me. Buster, hey Buster, are you new? Do you think the Spark would have the same shaking issue? It's possible. I wouldn't put it past the Spark having the same shaking issue because what it is the IMU didn't get warm. Now, the second guy, the 51 drone guy, he said once the battery warmed up the drone enough, it stopped shaking. And I think in the second video that I showed you, you can tell that it's warming up and it's slowing down the shaking. But it takes a little bit to get it warm enough. So if someone has a Spark and want to try it out, I mean, it's pretty cold here in Chicago. Go ahead and try it out in the snow today. Enhanced Wi-Fi, what rubbish. Listen, Mr. Obsidian owner, Mr. Owen. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, the new Mavic Air. I'm behind you guys. I don't even know what you guys are saying anymore. I see you guys are saying hi to everybody. Start saving your money now. Yeah, I got it for that Phantom 5. You know, and here's the thing: is they're going to come out with the Phantom 5, whatever that's a little better than the Phantom 5, and then the Phantom 5 plus 2, blah blah blah, and there's going to have 15 different levels of the Phantom 5, and I'm going to want the one with the best camera. And which one will that be? I don't know. It's if they have a Phantom 5 with an X7 camera, that would be the one I want. Of course, then it would be a $15,000 drone. Phantom 5 is a myth. So, Variable, Matt, you're a myth. So is the Evo. Yeah, the Evo is definitely becoming, what do they call it? Vaporware? back in the 90s, Vaporware. I think that was called, right? Ghost, I don't know. Anyway, so that's I don't know, man. What do you guys think? Do you think, is the Mavic Pro going to come out? The Mavic Pro 2 going to come out next month? That's everything I'm hearing, but I've only seen it in a couple of videos. So do you think that that's going to work? Oh, and if they discontinued the Phantom series, the Mavic Pro would have to take over. I mean, I can't imagine they would do that. The Phantom 5 needs to be a different design. I don't know how much different it's going to be, Stan, but they are going to have a better camera on it, and you're going to be able to change lenses, and you're going to have a little bit more control. It's going to have more. It's going to have. It says waterproof. Waterproof, splash proof, whatever. It's going to have sensors in all directions. The 4 will get discontinued eventually. You think it's going to come out. Buster think it is going to come out. I think it is too in March because it makes sense for them to bring it out in March. The Phantom 5 will come around. I think it's going to be Phantom 5. Who knows? The Phantom 5 might be April and May, because if they put out the Mavic Air last month, the end of last month, and then they take the Mavic Pro and put it out in March, maybe April, May is when the Phantom 5 comes out. And that seems like it might be about the right. But are they gonna even update a Spark at the end of the year? I hope not. I hope Sparks. I hope that they replace the Spark with the Air. P5 designed by Apple. Hey, Stella. Stella is my buddy. She's my girl. Don't tell my wife. Shh. My wife's back there. She's not listening. She doesn't watch the live stream. Whew, thanks. I'm glad, Stella, you got your internet working. I think the design of the Phantom is pretty good, really. I think it's a perfect size as a prosumer drone. It is a good size. What I don't like is it seems to be a little top heavy, and I don't like those legs, but it is what it is. I mean, you got to get the camera off the ground. You got to be able to take off. And I mean, the only way to fix that really is to make a design that has the motors down and then the camera on top, but then you can't pan down to see what's below you because it's a drone and it's going to look like crap. So then you buy the M210 and you get the top mount and the bottom mount, and then you put a camera on each and you're good to go. And then you've spent $30,000. And if anybody wants to buy me an M210 with all the gear and all the equipment and all the cameras, feel free. I will let you ship it to my house. That's one way to get my address, is you buy me a $30,000 drone. Oh, everybody's cockroached the Phantom design. Yeah. Every 4 months or so, they have something new coming out. Yes, I agree, Steve. They are, and that's why I think the Phantom 5 is going to be coming out late spring, early summer. I think that maybe they won't put a few out for a few months, and then the Spark will come out just before Christmas, and then rinse, repeat. You know, it's just going to repeat, just like the cell phone companies, just like Apple, because they've modeled their business and their release type of stuff after Apple. There's no. Everybody knows it. I mean, Apple's even their preferred reseller for the Mavics. And the reason, here's another reason I think that the Mavic is going to be coming out in March is because when I was at Costco, and you guys may know this, as I was at Costco yesterday or the day before, I saw the Mavic Pro for $800, the $799 mark. So you can buy a Mavic Pro right now, the same or roughly the same price as the Mavic Air. And the minute those prices drop means they're trying to get rid of their inventory so they can gear up and sell the next up, which means you'll be able to get a Mavic Pro for really, really, really cheap in about 3 months. Autel painting a Phantom 2 orange. See what the Autel owners say? Oh, Owen, you're just begging for problems, aren't you, man? Matt's going to hunt you down. He's got 2 Autels. He's going to come after you. Matt and Brian both. And you realize both of those guys are my moderators. So you're in trouble, Mr. Owen. Hey, J-Bar, glad you found the channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have a great community here, and if you need more information, these guys over here are a bunch of crazy people, so don't, kind of listen to them with a grain of salt. Now, hey guys, there's something else I want to talk about before we get to the jerkwad that flew in Vegas, and we're not gonna be nice to him. Let's talk about the big thing that even we have one person in the peanut gallery here who actually was first-hand witness of this. Mr. Craig was at the launch of the Falcon Heavy yesterday, and that is friggin' awesome. He sent me some pictures, and wow, and that was just awesome. I was actually watching another video on Smarter Every Day just before I went live, and he's got another channel where it's all audio, where he has a really good recording of the audio of the Falcon Heavy launching. I mean, it's just ridiculous crazy. So, and the reason we're talking about that, why did that just do that? My screensaver just went on. That's pretty wild. It's never done that before in a live stream. Anyway, the reason we're talking about the Falcon Heavy is because, well, they had a drone ship, so they had a drone. So we're going to go ahead and say that. And plus, it's really cool. It was awesome that they launched it, and it was a success except for the center core that didn't make it. Kind of a bummer, and hopefully the drone ship did make it because it looked like it got hit, but it looked like it didn't sink. So... Anyway, I'm very excited about the Falcon Heavy. I was watching another guy. Here's the thing. I was watching a guy doing a live stream. He connected to SpaceX, and he actually had SpaceX's live stream in his live stream. So it was like, live stream inception. But I about blew my mind. He's got like a lot more subscribers than I do, but he got some subscribers that were... They sent him, it was like $500 Swiss francs or something, and I did the thing. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, but I did the exchange, and that was $533 US. Another person sent him some Filipino money, and it was like $240. I'm like, oh my God, that's crazy, crazy, crazy. So, what do you guys, I see you guys are talking about paint a P3 green, luminous flight night. Okay, I miss some stuff over here. You guys, I hope you guys are having fun. We talked about the what we're talking about. We were talking about the Falcon Heavy, and then I went off on a tangent because you guys let me do that. So too many burns, and he may burn that hair. Oh, that's good, Craig. That's good. Oh, you did like the... Oh, yeah, I did fly in the cold. Yeah, it wasn't even that cold. It was only 35. It was not that bad at all. I think if I flew today, it's in the 20s today. It'd be better today. Thank you. I'm glad you liked the video. Took you back to the 60s. Oh, yes, I bet it did when the Apollos were launching and the Mercuries and all that. And Stan, you know that I'm not old enough to remember that, right? Because the men landed on the moon, I was a year old. So, don't really remember much of that. So this was my Apollo, and I really enjoyed it. I was very happy. And I was telling Craig, when I was a teenager, I was able to go to Cape Canaveral and watch one of the shuttles launch, and I remember the thud, the sheer power that you could feel it from miles and miles away. And I can imagine that Falcon Heavy was a ton better. Just a ton stronger. And yeah, I would have loved to have gone there. That would have been so cool. Okay. So, guys, you guys ready to rip into a really crappy pilot, or just we can call them whatever we want. We're gonna get into this. I'm trying to be really, really nice-ish. Not very happy about it. You should actually see it because on my app I can name the scenes so I can remember what scene it is. I just have this scene named Dumbass. So what we're going to do is I'm not going to put on the audio of the thing because it's obvious. I know you guys have seen this. You've probably seen this. And if you haven't, you're about to see it. And I pulled this clip from someone else. I don't care. It was some channel that ripped it off. It's like one of a bajillion places that have gotten this. The way I see it is it's really just so irresponsible. It is definitely, as you guys will know, because you all know drones, you guys that are watching this is not a Mavic, this is not a Phantom, this is not some commercial prosumer drone. This is a racing drone. It's a stunt drone. It's drones that are meant to fly fast and do stunts. Otherwise, because you're not going to fly a Mavic the way he flies this. So anyway, let's go ahead and look at the stupid video and just totally rip him a new one because he took off, and there he goes. He's flying up, and there are people that are saying, oh, this is so fake. Wow, this is so fake. Yeah, he is just a kid, Steve. This is not fake, okay? People are like, oh, there's nothing on the plane. Well, it says Frontier right there on the plane. And look how close he is to that plane with this drone. Okay, that is way too close, as you guys know. And then I think this is where the video cuts, or he comes back, yeah. So I want this man to pay. I want the FAA and the authorities to throw everything at him. Oh yeah, that's in 480p. That's 480. Thanks, Steve. That's in 480p. That definitely is not. That's just an FPV drone. He does need to be in jail. I agree. They need to throw the book at him. They need to give him the highest fine that he can possibly get. He needs to never be allowed to fly a drone again. He needs to go to jail for as long as they can put him in jail. And Craig, I agree with you. It is a really cool video, but he literally put all those people at risk. Now, granted, he would have to have flown into the engine, and that could have caused problems. I mean, we could go down the whole theory of drones won't take down a plane and drones will take down a plane. I mean, who knows? I don't know what that drone had on it. It could have been something this big and a bunch of plastic, and it just makes the engine smoke a little bit. But, when you're coming in for a landing, the last thing you need is an engine problem. You need those engines at peak performance. Just saying, if I'm a passenger, I want that plane to land nice and safe. I've been on enough planes, and I've had some bumpy rides. But yes, that guy needs to, he needs to go to jail for a very long time. And I think, do what they used to do to the old computer hackers and make it so they can't touch a computer, so that he's not allowed to touch a drone. And Matt, you and I, we can go back and forth on this because I've seen studies where it does, I've seen studies where it doesn't. But we're not going to go, no drone will take down a plane. A goose can. A goose can take down a plane. Just ask Captain Sully, who landed in the Hudson River. So if you get a drone with a bunch of metal, and don't forget, these have these LiPo batteries. Those LiPo batteries, they will explode when they hit like that, or they'll do something. You can tell me what the battery's going to do. Sorry, Steve, we're not going to let that one go. But yeah, I'm not convinced that a drone, like a Phantom-sized drone, will not do any damage. It may not take the plane down, but it's definitely going to harm it. Some serious things. It didn't take the Black Hawk helicopter down. It didn't take, whatever, because they didn't really hit anything. I want to personally see it not happen. I hope you're right. I hope you're right that it won't take it down. But I'm not going to test the theory. But anyway, he still put people at risk, whether or not he's not going to, he put people at risk. Sorry, I was reading some other stuff real quick. So, yeah, that guy. See, he's the guy. And I actually, about a year ago, I told a friend of mine, I said, you just watch. By the end of the year, there's going to be somebody that has a close call, if not a hit, with some kind of airplane. And we've had a few. And this was before drones got even bigger. I mean, drones are getting bigger and bigger every year. It's just a matter of time until a drone hits an engine of a 747 or a 787 or whatever. You just know it's a matter of time. You've seen them where they bump Cessnas. You see them and they cause some damage to the wings, but the plane still lands. You see this, and it's eventually something's going to happen, whether it's this year, next year, whatever. But I'm going to guess the next 5 years something stupid is going to happen. Yeah, and that's the other thing, Craig. Craig was at the launch, like I just said. He saw some people flying a drone. It's like you are in a TFR. You're in a temporary flight restriction. I mean, why would you think there wouldn't be one? You're around a rocket. It is the most powerful rocket in the world, and you're trying to fly your drone to get cool footage. So, Craig, tell them what happened. How could they think that was a good idea? Exactly. Drones are becoming mainstream toys, more idiot. Stella, you took the words right out of my mouth. You are so right about that. People are going to get stupid because the stupidity of some people just astounds me. Oh, we're down to 11 viewers. I think we need to get up. No TFR, but a national park. Actually, there was a TFR. I looked it up. There was a TFR because on another group I was on was talking about the TFR and they're like, what's the TFR, blah, blah, blah. And then it shows up. But it didn't show up right on AirMap, but it was showing up right on the charts. So, but yeah, so he saw, number one, it's a national park. You can't fly in national parks. Even most of them, you can't even you can get a permit for some, but you won't get a permit for, there's some you just can't even fly in at all. We'd be able to find out if he got caught. I think that if they catch the guy that flew near that plane, they are going to at least they better make a huge example of him. They better say, hey, this is the douchebag that did it, and we're now going to put him in jail, and we're going to introduce him to his new girlfriend, Bubba. Oh, you were okay. So you were. It wasn't showing up anywhere where you were. And again, like I said, Air Map was off, from what I understand. Which I've never had that problem in Chicago, but apparently, some places Air Map isn't up to date. Which I didn't know that. Some people use what's the other one? I can't think of the other one. Not just Before You Fly. Before You Fly, that one tends to not work very well for me. It works okay, but the TFRs don't come up in that very well. So it wasn't showing up anywhere where you were, just at 5 miles. That's a little concerning. Cell signals, oh yeah, it took you 2 hours to send a picture. Yeah, the article you said, yeah, J-Bar, I had Hover, thank you, Stan. Yeah, J-Bar, I saw that they did list the original Facebook account. I hope that whoever it is, I hope they do something. So DJI wasn't able to phone home. Good one. That was a question, not a statement. Sorry, I missed your statement. Oh, I missed it, Nth. It doesn't matter. Whatever you said, it doesn't matter. Oh wait, unless that is actually a repeat of something a while ago that I missed completely, which could be. Whew, I gotta have some water here. You guys are making me talk a lot. This is weird. Not having a coworker. Hey Calvin, how you doing? Oh, let's see if I. You know what, Craig? I don't think I could save it. I don't think it let me grab it. Let me see if I can grab that. You guys go ahead and talk amongst yourselves. Let's see here. Oh, where is it at? Where is it at? Craig, I don't have it. It did not come to me anymore. I can't. It's something's wrong. Don't know. It's not coming here. Sorry, man. You have to email. If you email it to me, I might get it. So email me one of your pictures. I'll put it up there and we can show it. Hey, Brett, all good. You're here just catching up in the chat. Good. Yeah, Calvin, catching up in the chat's fun, isn't it? I'm glad you're here. I'm glad everybody's here. So we got 13 viewers. We were up to 16 at one point. Where's all my viewers? Don't forget to like and share the video, and all my videos, of course. Oh, and for those of you guys who I haven't really, I've told you guys about this a little bit before, but now I've got some more details that I want to talk about. So, and I got a couple of you guys. I'm not even talking into my microphone anymore. So I've got a couple of you guys that are helping me out, and I appreciate it greatly. I've started my Patreon. Started it last week, and what it is. You're already emailing. Cool. Thanks, Craig. What it is on my Patreon, every Wednesday live stream is what you support. You can give $1, whatever, $2, and I've got a few different reward levels, which I think are really good. And I might do more reward levels or add some more rewards later. I have some goals on there that you can see, but you do get access. And I use the Patreon app. And there's a section on there called Lens. It's kind of like, it's basically a Snapchat story kind of thing where I can say, hey, what's up, blah, 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 getting ready for the live stream, which is kind of what I did today. But only my patrons can see that. I also put stuff up. This is how Stan gave us the ideas of what to talk about today. And he was very... He gave me lots. We'll just say lots. And I appreciate that because he really helped me out. Because sometimes I've got the block of like, what do I want to talk about? Wasn't sure if I wanted to talk about the Air, but I did. But anyway, there's other things on there. And if you would like to support me, that would be wonderful. There's a link in the thing, in the what are those called? The cards. And there's also a link in the description below to my Patreon. I would appreciate any support you can give me. And like I said, and with Patreon, thank you. I will get those in just a second. And with Patreon, you can set a limit. Like if you say, I'm going to do $2 a video every time he does one, but I only want to do $4 a month. It will cap you out at $4 a month. Or if you want to say, I want to give him $1 million, I'll take it. But there are different levels. And actually at the higher levels, you can be a guest host on this live stream once a month. Okay, and it's kind of hard for me. I'm hoping someone gets to that level because I don't want to just start handing those out for free, although you'll probably see some people still coming in and doing it on occasion. Let me go check my email so I can get those pictures real quick. Aha. Let's see, there's that. See that one, Craig? There's a picture. And save as. So we're going to do this really, really quick. Videos. You're going to hear me, my mousey clicking. My mousey's clicking. Yay. And we go here, just so I have it. Okay, guys, so we're going to pop up. I'm just going to pop it right up here on my face. Oops, nope, add. I'm going to pop it right here. And there's, oh, that's one of the nice pictures. Look at that, guys. Craig took that picture. Squappy took that picture. Look at how beautiful that is. I want to know, Craig, what camera do you have? Let's just pop that up a little bit bigger. Yes, I know this is a drone channel. I don't really care. I just covered you guys up. I don't really care, but look at that picture. That's a wonderful picture, man. Is that with a phone or is that with a camera? Camera, phone, blah, blah, blah. Here, we're just gonna kind of leave that up there for a moment. So, oops, this one. Oops. Nikon D3400. That is an awesome camera. That is a really good camera. What kind of lens? Is that just the kit lens? Is that a special lens? Is that something good? The 70 to 300 millimeter. Yeah, I'm like, that. You got to have a good lens for that. Looks like you were zooming in. A wonderful picture. So, everybody, thank you to Mr. Craig Squappy. I can't point for crap because this is really difficult to do. But we appreciate that. That is a wonderful picture. Dunk. And so we're going to leave that up for a second. Now we're going to go back down. Oh, look at that. It went so tiny, tiny, and will disappear. I'll bring it back. So, yes, that was awesome. That was awesome. And you did send those. Those are really big pictures. 5.5 miles away. Wow. Wow. Craig, you really want to go look at Smarter Every Day and check out the video he posted today, because you get to be a photographer that went to the roof of the jet propulsion building, the big building where they build the rockets or assemble the rockets. And there's like 21 photographers that were up there. And those, oh my gosh, you want to be one of those guys. That would be really cool. So I guess everybody else is gone in chat because Craig is the only one talking now. How big the ticket is. Shows how big the ticket. You lost me, Owen. Is that me just being too old, or is that you having not know how to type? Which one is that? Here you go. How big is the ticket? What ticket are you talking about? Are you oh, is that maybe? No, I don't know what that is. You're gonna have to the rocket. The rocket is monstrous. It is 27 motors. So it's each of those 3 rockets have 9 motors. The Saturn V was much bigger. This is the biggest one that is in existence today. You guys can look. Don't sit here and argue with me on this stuff. You can go look it up on the internet. See why it's called the strongest motors, rockets, whatever. I've heard it called motors, so be quiet. Just be quiet. That's what I've heard that. I've heard that term before. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm old and I forget these things. You know? Maybe there's something funny in the water. Okay. Y'all gonna give me crap now? You know, I can just remove you, Craig. I don't have to send you your cool video. Engines, motors. I don't know what they're called. You were there, so I was there before you were born. The Falcon Heavy is pretty big. Motors are electrical. Launchers, no, it's not launchers. They're you guys are gonna, I know, fire squirters. There, fine, they're fire squirters. Thank you, because it is Elon Musk, and he just made some new fire squirters lately. They can only shoot about 9 feet though, because 10 feet's illegal. Oh. You know, because the boring company, you know, a company that bores holes of Elon Musk for Elon Musk to build tunnels, they decided, hey, let's sell flamethrowers. Because why not? Because I have so much money. I mean, it's the same reason as why did he launch his Sportster into space? Because he thought it was cool. The chat is doing something kind of weird. It is. I'm kind of seeing that. It's doing stuff over here kind of odd. Pop sticks. So the chat is doing silly stuff. All right. Movie time. Uh-oh. Steve, I don't know if I want to read your movie time. Uh-oh. Steve sent me an email. Okay, I'll get to that. That's something different. Who can fly? Talk about who can fly at night. Well, I have flown at night. Oh wait, no, I was a visual observer for someone who was flying at night. Yeah, Steve, I got the email. I'll read it later. Anyway, I have flown. I've been with people flown at night because we had a night waiver. Who else has a night waiver? Does anybody else in this chat right now, or if you're watching the video later in a replay, go ahead and leave a comment. If you have a night waiver, I would like to know. I do know that Robo Aerial has their night waiver, so I can fly with them at certain times. So we just have to have like a briefing before we fly that mentions, remember that it's hard to see things at night and lots of other stuff. But mostly it's hard to see things at night. And flying at night is a little frightening, quite honestly. It's even just being a VO. I mean, we had the bright lights on there, and I had my eye trained on those, and it sometimes got lost. It said that the FAA almost never gives a night waiver. Oh, they've given plenty of night waivers. I know Robo Aerial has one, and I know that another guy in town has one. We've flown with his. So yeah, they give them out. You can get them. You can definitely get them. I should probably try to get one. It's just it is not the easiest. It's easier than getting a flying over people waiver because they've given out maybe 2 of those or whatever. I don't know. I really don't know the number. I'm just saying 2. But yeah, the night waivers are a little more common than the flying over people. I flew at night. I used my car headlights on my landing spot. Oh, Stella, do you really want to mention that? I mean, I don't know what your laws are. I think, don't you guys have the same laws we do that you can't fly, 30 minutes after dusk and 30 minutes before dawn or whatever? Ken Heron, he's tried several times and never got it approved. Well, Ken Heron hasn't talked to the right people or put it in right. I don't know. I mean, you can't get it. Maybe it's because of his local. It's his local office. It's the problem. But from what I've seen, he's buddies with them. So I don't know. Would it be ironic if 30 years came back and hit the Earth? That would be interesting if the Sportster came back. That would be interesting. Yes, definitely. I think didn't he just send it in orbit and that was it? I think that's all they did. And pardon me for drinking water, but it is hot in here, and I know that it's cold outside, but we don't have windows open much. It's a flight by flight, as I understand it. No, the night waiver is not a flight by flight. The night waiver is you can get it for a long term, like a period of time, either 3 months, 6 months. I don't know what the times are, but it is going to Mars. Okay. Yeah, you can get a long-term night waiver that lasts months, year. I don't know what the limit is. I don't know if it would go to a year, but I'm sure they have at least a 3-month and maybe a 6-month. And if it goes to a year, that's great. Maybe you have to renew it like you do. You have to renew your 107. So it is going to Mars. Okay, so he's gonna. So when I get to Mars, I'm claiming that car is mine. Hey Craig, kiss my ass. That's all I gotta say. Okay, Craig. It's 12 here. Yeah, it's what's the temperature here? Let's look. It is 16, I think. It might be colder now. Let me see here. That's right. Sunburn from yesterday. Kiss my butt. Yeah, 16 and cloudy. That's what it is here. So come on over. So it's warmer here than Ohio. And Matt, I'm surprised you're even here, man, because I know you've been plowing for like 6 days straight. You've been crazy, man, making that money. Colby, what is the process? Colby, excellent question. What is the process of contacting ATC to get permission to fly with a small airport? Very easy. You call and ask for the airport manager that's on duty, and you talk to them and say, basically, hey, I'm X amount of miles in this direction. You can even give them the longitude, latitude, but I'm in this direction from you. Is it okay? I'm going to be 100, 200 feet, but you want to talk to a person. You want to talk to a person. You want to talk to the airport manager. And on the FTC, or I mean on the FTC, on the Before You Fly app, you can call, and on the Air Map, it gives numbers of the airports you can call, and you can call directly through the app, and it'll help you get to the airport. And you just literally, you ask for the airport manager, and you say, hey, I am 2 miles west of you, and if you can give them like an intersection, so they kind of get an idea, or you give them a longitude, latitude, and that's really what you want to do. You just kind of tell them that, and they'll say, well, you know, we've got something going on over there, we'd really rather you not fly. Or, and in every case I've ever called, they're like, oh yeah, okay, cool. When I called one airport, the manager wasn't there, and I said, well, when will they be back? And they said, oh, they'll be back in a couple of days. I said, okay, well, consider this a courtesy call. I'm going to be flying in this area for about an hour, and I'm not going more than 150 feet. And they said, oh, okay. I don't think, and that was just the secretary. I mean, I don't think I would have been in any trouble, because really, it was not a big deal. It's not like I went through and did anything bad. Okay, I missed some stuff. No F, Owen. Oh, geez. What are you guys? I don't want to. Oh, you guys are talking temperature. Yeah, I don't want to spell Fahrenheit. Hit the like button. Hey, RL, glad you made it. You're almost. You're seeing the end of it though. You might. I don't know. You're gonna miss all the good stuff. RL, yes, he is the cheerleader without a doubt. I like having him around, because with him, I get all the likes. It's all him. Oh, and Brian was only here for about 10 seconds, I think. And then Stan's been here. Stan is a big supporter of the channel. We like Stan. Brian some days. Who else is going on? J-Bars. Anyone got an issue? Anyone got the automated authorization method yet? Are you talking the LAANC, the LANC, whatever you call it? I know people, you can't do it around Chicago. You can only do it like, there's like some airports that have it, some like Nebraska's got it. You can do some, but no, I haven't been able to do it yet, if that's what you're talking about. I have not done any automated anything. Yeah, LANC, LAANC. Matt, you got to get Matt, you need to go to bed. You're tired. Not me, J-Bar. Yeah, I haven't either. I haven't used it yet, but you could just make a quick call to those small airports. That's how I do it. Oh, you call it Lance? That's how you say it? Maybe I'm going to say it Bill. That's how I'm going to say it. I call it Bill. Just to be different. In AirMap COS alert says automated auth coming soon. Yeah, it says coming soon. How is that variable doing? Oh, Matt's tired. I'll tell you that right now. He's tired. He's exhausted. I'm surprised he's even awake. I appreciate him stopping by. Okay, Bob. That's the name I usually use. But it is warm in here. Oh, it's still hot. Ugh. I'm in this really light t-shirt and I'm sweating. And these lights are not that hot. These are fluorescent lights. They're not that warm. I'd show you, but I'm not going to. You've been up for... Oh my God, dude. Go to bed. You don't have to watch my live stream. You can go to bed. Sleep. You earned it. And in an hour, get up. I've done that. I've done them 36-hour stretches. No thanks. You hate Ohio. Because of the snow that you got this week? And there's more coming because it's snowing here. So if this is coming your way, I'm sorry. After that week, I've got half term. Not sure what that means. Big crash coming, no doubt. This week. After this week, you got a half term. So does that mean you're almost done with school or what? Stan, I thought... Oh, wait, your private pilot license doesn't expire. It's your medical that would expire. Is that proper? Is that right? Because I think that's the way I understood it. We got 19 viewers. Hi, 19 viewers. The 107 renew, I have no idea. I mean, maybe it's just because they figure a lot of people won't renew it. Oh, you got a holiday coming up. Oh, that means you're going to put up some more videos because you're going to go on holiday and make some more videos. Okay, so I was right. It's the medical that expires and not the pilot license. No, just that variable needs some sleep. An A5, the beach. Oh, and I think you're not... I don't think Matt is the only one that needs to get some sleep. I think it's past your bedtime. J-Bar, it's a test. You have to take a test every 2 years. And the fee. You basically pay, I guess, the $150 to retake the test. Oh, man, my screensaver keeps going off. Metapulse. Renew is a fee and a test. Yep. And it might be the $150 too, which would suck. It's gonna suck. That's why I'm happy that I have Remote Pilot 101, because I'm gonna go ahead and watch all those videos again. It's a bloody keyboard on this iPad. Whatever, Owen. Whatever, man. I just think it's past your bedtime, because you know I'm going to say it at some point in this video. Because, you know, I'm the father, not your father. I'm a father. Pretty sure I'm not your father. Not the daddy, not the mama. Is that how that goes from the dinosaur TV shows? Yeah, that's right, Stan. If you flunk, you're out the money, and you got to take it again. And I think you can take it next time. I don't know if you have to wait 30 days or if you can take it, within a week. I think it's a 30-day wait period, and then you just got to wait. And I think what that's going to do is going to take the people who are more serious about it, and they'll keep it. And like me, I think I got to go in October. I got to look at my. Of course, my nose is itching again. I got to go back in October. I think is when mine expires, or November, and retake the test. And make it 14 days. Okay, so 14. Yeah, that sounds about. I think you're right. Pretty sure you're right. But yeah, It's $150 every year, every 2 years, so $75 a year. Just budget it. I mean, if you can't afford $150, you shouldn't probably have it. Dinner's ready. Thanks, Steve. I'll check out your email. We'll talk at you later, man. Have a good one. Did we talk about everything? Is there anything else you guys need to talk about? We need to talk about, because you know I'm winding down, right? This whole not having a co-host and having to talk the whole time is definitely not easy. That's why I have you guys over here, so that people can read this stuff, because y'all drive me nuts. And you can all drive me nuts. It's all about sectional charts. You know, it's also about the weather. It's also hoping you can read something that is unreadable. At least in where my airport was. I mean, the charts they're like, what's the frequency? Is it 0.6 or 0.8 or 0.9? And you literally cannot tell the difference, because they all look the same, because it's so out of whack. Okay, good night, Matt. Get some sleep. We'll talk to you in about a month when you wake up. Or tomorrow, because you'll probably be plowing again. Sleep well, my friend. Oh, jeez, pizza. Night. See, it's past Matt's bedtime. 50% of your test was section. Oh yeah, definitely. It was definitely a lot of that. A lot of little rules. Sent me another photo. Maybe I don't want any more photos. There it is. We'll save this one. Ooh, this is another good one. Okay, we'll put one more photo up. One more photo of this one. There we go. Oh, that's of them landing. That was a kick-ass landing. Here, we'll leave that up for a second. How about a new recent finished real estate vid? I haven't done real estate because it's kind of snowing. It's been kind of cold. I haven't had a real estate vid in a while because I haven't had a real estate vid. Oh, let's put this over here, so then I can sit over here. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's probably loud for you guys. Yeah, that's why. Did Steve just say what's for supper? Just got home. Yeah, what is for supper, Steve? I'm hungry. Not drone related, but when are you posting on Let's Go Road Tripping again? Oh, Colby. Boy, that's a topic that basically I don't know. I really don't know. I would like to post more on there, but I don't go on any road trips. I still Uber, but I'm not going to post anything about Uber. I don't do drive away anymore, so there's nothing to put up there. I answer people's questions when I can, when I see the comments. And as far as going on trips, we've gone on one trip that I've done some video for, and I actually did more for this channel than that one. Colby, I'll tell you what, I will definitely think about putting more on there, because you're the first person that's even said anything about me putting anything on that channel, and that channel is a little bigger than this one. Imagine that. And if you guys want to check that channel out, you can. If you look on my my Brad's Drones is one of the featured channels. If you really want to see me as a really crappy and scared person on screen, go to some of those old videos. You'll see someone who's like, And so Colby, I'm curious, Colby, and I hate to, and again, this is not drone related. What type of video from that channel did you like the most? Did you like the driving stuff, or did you like the actual traveling style videos? That's what my question is to you, because I really don't know what to put up there anymore. And I do appreciate you asking me. That actually means a lot. That channel I put a lot of work into for many years. I'm gonna go ahead. This is still cool. I'm gonna make this big for a minute. Those things. Oh, look, you can see a helicopter up there too. But isn't that cool? Craig, thanks for sharing those. I appreciate it. Enjoyed both. Actually, just got hired by Synergy, and that's how you found out. Okay, last posted 8 months ago on that channel. I know, Owen. I'm glad you're working for Synergy. They're great people. I loved going down there for that. They actually paid me to come down there to do, not the reviews. They asked me to do the reviews, but they paid me to do some promotional videos for them too. So that's how that worked. And again, thanks again, Craig. Yeah, I see the no problem. Okay, that's what that was for. Okay, so you enjoyed both. I've seen it on your channel. Okay, so well, I would have to put some travel videos on there, because that's all. If I can get some, if I can figure out a way to go on traveling trips, maybe I'll put some more up. I'll see what I can do. Sorry, guys. If you got, that's for all of you. If you want to see that, hey, Aussie Mark, good day to you, man. Nice to see you from Australia. Is it nice? It's still warm down there, because I've seen your videos lately. You're still wearing warm clothes, or is it always warm down there? And anybody subscribed to my channel that you're not subscribed to Aussie Mark, that's you really should be. He does tutorials that I don't do, and he does some product reviews that I don't do. I think I'm going to stay away from product reviews as much. You missed your rocket oh, fine. Here, I'll show him real quick. There's one rocket photo, Mark. Here's one rocket photo, and I even put the other one on here too. I can pull that over here. Look at that. I can do two side by side. It's hotter than hot. It's like my apartment right now. Outdoors, it's really cold at 16 Fahrenheit, and indoors, it's about 110, it feels like. I'm glad you're enjoying it. So there's the rocket photos. Those are for Marcus. Yeah, and those are photos that Craig took with his Nikon. He did a good job. He did not get a picture of the center core, though, after it landed, because it didn't land very well. Listen, RL, I just got one thing to tell you right now. There. Yes, I agree. The screen looks much better without me on here. Oh, hey, Mark, real quick, if you're still there, have you had a chance to find someone who's flown the Mavic Air? Because we talked about that earlier, and how it gets the shakes when it gets cold, just like a human being. But I don't think it gets cold enough in Australia, at least where you're at, because I think you're in the north. I think where you're at, it wouldn't be cold enough for the air to even have a problem. Yeah, I think RL's not a nice guy sometimes. I think he just likes to show off his nice house that he's building. Okay, I don't know anyone with one either, but I'm about tired of seeing the videos on YouTube. I mean, it's just like everybody has the Mavic Air video. I was like, oh my God. Now, Ken Heron, he put his up today. He has a friend who has a Mavic Air, and he flew it. He goes, he pretty much said he wouldn't buy it because he doesn't need it. He's got the 4 Pro, and it's a better camera, better this, better that. And he's like, for the Mavic Air, it's great for a beginner. And I agree. It's a fantastic drone for a beginner, but it's not one I would want. I may want to get something like that, but I'd still get a Mavic Pro for vlogging, because I want something that lasts a little longer than 15 minutes. So yeah, I know it doesn't get cold there, Mark. It just bothers me. And I wish I'm going to move in with you, except for that whole drought thing. I don't want to be with a drought. You still want a 4 Pro next? Yep. You can, Mark, Owen has got a new 4 Pro Plus Obsidian. No, thank you. And no thank you's a repeat from a while ago. So we still got some viewers on here. I appreciate all my viewers. And I'm only going to plug this one more time. If you want to help the channel out, go to Patreon. At patreon.com/BradsDrones. There's a link over here, and there's a link in the description. Thank you very much. That's the last time I'm going to say it in this video, but you're going to see it at the end screen because it's there. I haven't removed it. It's going to be there, so tough. I have an Autel XSP. Been good to me. Been giving you lots of magnetic interference lately. Colby, we have two people on here. They're both gone already. There's other people on here that fly the Autel. We've got Mark. Not Mark. I'm sorry. Mark just popped up. Yeah, you got that. Yep, I don't need that. You don't like the black. But anyway, so we've got Matt that runs one of those, or actually has two of them, and Brian, who's Foundation Aerial. They both have the XSP. I used to have an XSP. If you've watched this channel long enough, you'd know that. Which that's been a year since it went swimming. The Autel is a good drone, but the magnetic interference, I believe, you might want to. No, there's no firmware upgrade for that coming. Variable, if he's next time he's around, you want to talk to Variable because he knows and he knows that drone really, really well, and he knows all the ins and outs of it. Or you can actually get on the Autel owners group on Facebook and see what they say. Yeah, Owen's having a great time with his new toy. I'm having a great time with his new toy getting those videos. Apparently it's not as cold in England or in the UK as it is here because he's out flying. And it's just too cold and snowy and crappy here. Kind of sucks. All right, guys, we're getting close to that hour mark. You guys good? I don't think we have anything else to talk about. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. We'll go. Mark just got here. Mark, you got here late, man. You're supposed to get here in time. I mean, it's not like it's like early in the morning for you. Okay, Mark, take care, man. Have a good work day, man. Good day, mate. That's my really crappy accent. Oh, it's cold. It just isn't raining. How cold is it, Owen? That's a bad joke. But how cold has it been? I'll make it to an hour. Okay, Craig, I'll make it to an hour. So I want to know, Owen, how cold have you been flying? Go, go, go. Yay, Drone Wolf Media, Chris. I can start now? Good, we've just been kind of waiting for you to get here. Yeah, see, Drone Wolf gets here right about the time I'm going to leave. But I want to know how cold it is at Owen's place before I go and do it. 53 in the Pacific Northwest. Oh, that's yes. Bite me, Stan. Except I hope it's raining so you can't. Oh, I know it's been raining, actually. I think you told me that it was raining. Yeah, it was you. I'm pretty sure it was you. I'm like, ah. Okay, so come on, guys. I'm waiting for Owen to tell me the cold again, how cold it is there. Yeah, you guys are always late. Late to the party. I thought about doing these later, but I don't want to. 5:30. I'd like to do these at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, quite honestly, because I just would. Or even in the morning. In the morning would be best for me, but nobody's going to be here in the morning. 41. I'm assuming you're saying Fahrenheit. You've converted to Fahrenheit for us. So that's definitely easy to fly. 37 and still no snow? You don't have any snow in Idaho? Dude! 0 to 5C. Yeah, see, you guys are plenty warm enough. Like I said, well, like the video I put up Monday, it was 35 here, so that's like 2C, I think. 1 or 2, 3C, whatever. In that range. So, yeah, that's weather I can fly in. I would have flown longer. 32 is 0, yes. 0 degrees C is 32 Fahrenheit because that's the freezing point of water. All right, guys, I've made it almost to an hour. Snow is east of the Rockies. Oh, well, come on over here. We got plenty of it. It's been snowing for days. My Uber car is just covered, dirty, crappy, yucky. And, again, I'll ask her, I lived in Alaska for 5 months in the summer, never in the winter. It's been crazy mild there. No, what was I going to say? Oh, for those of you who are in my Patreon, you know what my new car looks like. And I'm not telling anybody because I've got a video going up in a couple weeks that'll show everybody else. But the only way you know what I got is if you're Matt or you've seen it in the Patreon. And if you've seen it in the Patreon, don't be telling nobody, Stan. I'm trying to get people to sign up. I'm horrible. I'm a horrible, horrible person. Maybe I should switch to Lyft. No, I don't even want to do Uber. I don't even want to do Uber. I don't want to do any of this. That's why I need help. I need help. I need a lot of help. Y'all can come out. That's one thing I got to do. Living east of the Rockies can be hazardous. Living west of the Rockies can be hazardous with earthquakes. I'll take snow over earthquakes any day of the week. So I've made it to an hour. Woohoo! I'm going to be getting out of here pretty quick, I think. I think someone wanted me to look at their video, and I've got to go look at their video again. Joshua, are you still here? You know, Craig, I will be stopping Uber just as soon as I have enough work to stop Uber. All summer long last year, I did not Uber. Loved every second of not Ubering. And the last couple of months, I have had no choice because I've got to pay the bills. I mean, it kills your car. It literally kills your car. I've put 1,900 miles on my car in 3 weeks. That's too much. You had an earthquake 17 years ago. Whatever. Yeah, it isn't. Uber is a great short-term solution. It's not a long-term. Yeah, being a chauffeur, I would never want to be a chauffeur. I had somebody who was in my car today who was, oh my God. I'm like, really? I'm not that. He's like, well, you should do this and you should do that. And I'm like, get out of my car. It's like, I don't tell you how to do your job. I don't like this job. I'll give you a ride. We'll get there safely and get out of my car when we get there. Anyway, I like people. I'd say 99.999% of the people who get in my car, I like them and we have a good conversation. Even the ones I don't talk to, awesome. It's the people who tell me how to do my job. Now, you guys can teach me different flying tricks. I'm all for that. Or different video tricks. I'm all for that. Or different live stream tricks, whatever. But if you're telling me how to do something different than what I'm doing and what I'm doing is working, I'm not going to do it. Unless you give me a really good reason. You did buy a limo service, Brad. You'll make more money that way. Yeah, I should. Uh-huh. Listen here, buddy. I used to work for Windy City Limo, but we were driving buses. And when I passed away, I wanted to go like he did and sleep. Yes, I used to tell that joke when I drove buses. RL, I used to tell that joke all the time. I would drive buses. I would have 50 people in my bus, and I would be driving, and I said that joke. And they would love it. Do people tip in Chicago? About 5% of the time they tip in Chicago. 5%. Yeah, you couldn't pay me enough to do it in Florida. There's probably not a good enough market down there. Chicago's a good market. LA's a good market. New York's a good market. I wouldn't want to do it in any city smaller than these. Maybe Detroit. Maybe Houston. But, Tampa, I don't know how big Tampa is. Well, I've been to Tampa, but I don't know the actual population size and what the adoption rate of Uber is. So, I don't know. I know that Chicago, you can make, if I drove 40, 50 hours a week, I could make $1,500 a week. But then again, there's maintenance on the car, there's gas, there's all this, and the depreciation. Poof. Your car, you're pretty much killing your car. It was great for the Taylor Swift concert. Oh, yeah, I bet you made a lot of money for that. Oh, Beyonce concerts. Lollapalooza is a crazy time here. You will make so much money because you get, and it's sad because you get these 17, 18-year-old people that are just drunk. It's like underage drunk kids, and they don't know how to act, and they drive me nuts. You made $400 in 2 hours. Oh, well, right when the Super Bowl was done, Sunday, I just popped the Uber app open. In my area, which is not a hot area in general, in my area it was a 2x surge. Downtown Chicago was a 4 and 5x surge. Helicopter pilot, there you go. And they have that too. Uber there's like something like that in New York that they have really cheap helicopters. You have to pay folks to ride with you. Well, I wouldn't blame them. You'd have to pay me a lot of money. Okay, guys, we hit the hour mark. I want to go. I've got to go do some other stuff. I have some editing to do for a client. I have some things I want to do. I have not stopped working, and you can hear that my family's getting restless. They would like to have the apartment to themselves. 12x surge during Taylor Swift. That's insane. That would be the only reason I'd want to do that. I would then that makes it worth the money. So guys, listen, you know what I got to do? I got to put this end screen up. But okay, I know you guys, a lot of you like my end screen. I've kept it up, but I want to change it. You've seen some of my clips on some of my videos. If you want to suggest through my Facebook page, go ahead and suggest through my new end screen, or you can leave comments after this video. Leave comments. You can't, if you put them on during the chat, I won't see them. So if you see a clip or something, just kind of send me a link, or not a link, but tell me the video name and what scene you like better, and then we will maybe put together a new end screen for this. But for now, here's what we have, and don't forget to follow me on Facebook or on Twitter. Or you can even follow me on Instagram. And what was the last one? Yes, on YouTube. I've heard of YouTube once, and I do have my YouTube, my Brad Jones website. And don't forget, you got the Patreon. There's my last time. Subscribe to the channel if you liked what you seen. We do drone videos every single week, and I do a live stream every Wednesday at 5:30. And we do appreciate everybody coming by. And of course, as Mr. Craig just said in the chat, thanks for watching, fly safe, and bye!